Actually, what I would probably do is set this little grill right out here, out the side, just like this. Be in my area, be able to grill right out the window here. What is going on? Ted with Grub and Gravel. Listen, I've done a lot of inflatable tents on this channel. And the one thing missing is you always still have to get some poles and some guy lines to set up an awning. Well, the guys at Peirhw have a fix for that. Now, mind you, I have no long-term experience with this product. They just sent it to me. I wanted to see what it looked like. You wanted to see what it looked like. So they sent us one to check it out. But let's get this popped open and see what we're dealing with. One of the first things that came out of the box that I really liked is this mallet that you're going to be used to put in all your stakes for any guy lines you might need. Flip it over on the other side, and there is a sweet little hook for a puller. Awesome. Gonna love that. Don't have to find an installation rock at all. Now, you'll notice it is a good size. It is going to be a good size tent. It's going to be easy. One person can carry it. But, you know, it is going to be a larger carry. It's not going to be anything that you're going to want to go hiking with or anything like that. Get these open. You know, pretty much standard. On the top, bag of stakes, bag of guy lines. Like I said, they gave you a great mallet with it. Beautiful drawstring bag, logoed. You are going to get a set of instructions. Now, a lot of times they hook them to the inside also. Not on this one, but you're going to get a little booklet of instructions. And it's just going to be a matter of, you know, pretty standard. Get her out of the bag. Secondary set of straps to take off on here. The fabric for the tent is a thermostatic fabric, which means, you know, it's essentially a smart fabric. It's breathable, keeps the heat in, keeps the heat out, you know, somehow knows what you need out of it. So you're looking at an internal use area of 64.5 feet, and then another 43 square feet for the canopy part. So the whole tent itself is going to be 165 inches by 95 inches by 93 inches tall. All right, so the air columns are going to be sitting right here on the front that are for your gazebo. So this right here is going to be the front of your unit. And that's your gazebo piece that goes over there with that. We'll spin her around. All right, so once you got it stretched out, you've established your front. Because of these tubes, we are going to put in some stakes just to keep it kind of sturdy. You might have to adjust some things afterwards, but all four corners staking. All right, now to get some air in this thing. They have provided a really beautiful pump for you. Nice and in the package. This is probably going to stay in the package. You got some kids, somebody a lot younger than myself wants to jump on this. I hear it takes about 5 minutes to pump it up. We, on the other hand, are going to use an electric pump I got. I just got it hooked up to a little set power battery box. These units right here are going to run 6-7 pounds. So, like I said, what we're going to use is a programmable one. I'm going to set this one right here, just right at the right 7 pounds. We got her plugged in. And then what they do on this valve here, it's on the front, it's on the driver's side fender up here. There's going to be a two-way valve. You're going to be able to pop this open when you're emptying this out, get all the air rolling out completely. It has a one-way valve on top of it here that is going to screw in. And it is going to be the little check valve that's going to allow you to use this. And that's just going to plug smack in there. Set this out of the way a little bit. So the air columns you're filling up in these are a poly mesh with 600D PVC over the top of them. The floor on this is going to be made out of the same thing. All right, listen, with these inflatable tents, while the air columns are filling, I like to walk around and make sure they're all in the right position. Sometimes when you get enough air in there, you want to step inside to make sure nothing's twisted up, make sure everything's in the right spot, you know, before it gets too hard. And then also, you know, sometimes the bend in these columns will prevent these low pressure pumps from filling them up all the way. So sometimes you got to straighten up a few of those things. All right, let's take a walk around this bad boy. The breezeway. One window on this side. We'll talk about those a little bit more when I get in there. And then, you know, nice flat back on the back. Nothing fancy, no windows, anything like that. Now, there's several more guidelines along the route here that look to be very well attached. I mean, these are double attached to these thick straps instead of just being tied on to like a little loop or something. These are nice. Big, thick ropes. I mean, hard to see on that, but I mean, that's a good size rope right there. On those sides there, we'll talk about this when we get inside. This is going to be a area for a stove jack. You can see it's got a hole in there. This window right now we have in mesh configuration. Like I said, another set of tie downs. Same thing on both sides. I mean, you know, pretty solid tether points on this, you know. And this material, so on the insides, it's got almost like a felty feeling. On the outside, it's very thick canvas style. Double stitching. Right here, so it's harder to visualize. You know, this is taking up this kind of space. If you were sitting in a chair, you'd still be well inside. And you'd have room for a table in front of you. Probably put a little grill over there. Actually, what I would probably do is set this little grill right out here, out the side just like this. Be in my area. Be able to grill right out the window here. Nice zipper up the middle. There is a mesh liner on this door. Pretty standard. They can be pulled back and tied. You know, you get to see if there's any light on this. Let me see if I can do it on this side. You get to see the thickness of this fabric. You know, I mean, this isn't exactly like that flimsy tent material you're used to. This is for serious, a cloth. All right, so we come inside. Like I said, we had the jack for if you wanted to put a stove on the ground right here. This is the window we were at outside. I do have it in just screen mode. Now, if you can see down there, the shiny part, and on this window over here, we have the plastic still left up. So this can be run screen mode, screen comes off, or total fabric windows. And then inside, nice couple of three-tone color inside of here. I wish you could tell. I don't know if you could tell by this video. This fabric just has a thickness. It's like a feltiness that's on the inside of it. That's pretty much all of the surfaces, except for these straps right here, are made of this really thick canvas-like material. Now, also, you can see along here, triple stitched, taped. Pretty much everything is that way all the way around those edges. Can't really see that top beam. Back wall, double stitched. It has got some tape on it. Inside here is going to be just a pocket. And then something extra special is right here. This is going to come in big handy, is the ability to use an air conditioner. If you got electric air conditioner or a heater, maybe you run some kind of a diesel heater, you could probably work out. Well, I might even actually run the diesel heater up through the jack. But, you know, modern electric heaters, air conditioners could be used to run ports through this. There is a port for electrical behind it. Right down there, you can see the plugs indicator from the outside there. It's going to be a little zipper compartment. All right, let's take a look at how much room is going on inside of here. Now, you could probably easily lay a couple of beds this way. Plenty of room. Easily could lay your bed across the back here like this. And then just have the whole rest of this tent right here. You know, to bring your chairs inside, put a table in here or something like that. You could probably fit a really big bed. I imagine this thing fits a king-size bed in here easily with probably still room to kick your shoes off. Really thick floor. So far, extremely impressive. Like when we were looking at the fabric, it's definitely not a nylon ripstoppy flutter in the wind kind of fabric. This fabric definitely has some thickness to it. Like I said, 600D, and it's definitely got some weight to it. I like the way they did the bathtub inside of here. This is an extremely high bathtub, and it's this more rubberized material like they make the tubes out of. Like I said, the gang up here sent me this one so that we could take a peek at it. I'm going to leave some links in the descriptions. Check them out. In love with the fact that it's got the awning and everything that's going to go up right away. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all subscribe. Y'all take it easy. I appreciate y'all.